Hello and welcome to this brief yoga practice for a healthy spine and lower back. We're going to start in a wide knee child's pose. So as and when you're ready, we'll begin to come through to kneeling and letting the knees go as wide as your mat if you have one. And then we're going to begin to melt. So you might take forearms to begin with. Maybe we begin to take a pillow or letting the hands come out in front. As we begin to arrive here, that invitation of taking a few rounds of breath. Maybe we sigh through the mouth. Resealing the lips, and eventually we'll begin to come back through to a tabletop position. And I am talking absolute bullshit this morning. Let's stop. Hello and welcome to this brief yoga practice for a healthy spine and your lower back. When you're ready, we're going to come through to a kneeling position. So having... Welcome to this brief yoga practice for a healthy spine and lower back. We're going to start in your kneeling position. You might have a prop just above the heel between the sit bones, or maybe we're simply kneeling. As you do begin to arrive, we'll take the palms in contact with the thighs, spreading the fingers, and then we'll begin to close the fingers towards each other. We'll stay here for one round of breath. And then we'll begin to take the arms up overhead. Left hand grabbing the right fingertips to the wrist. We're going to begin to tilt over. If the arms are heavy, you can simply let that left hand drop down towards the earth or beginning to tilt. From here, we'll let the arms begin to rise. Right hand grabbing the left side. And again, we'll begin to tilt over towards the right. As I face you, I'm aspiring to mirror you. Keyword being aspiration. And we'll come back through, releasing the hands down into the lap. We'll take a first twist. Right hand along that left limb. Left hand to the hip. Maybe the fingertips are beginning to come towards the foot or the earth. Gently releasing the twist. We'll begin to explore this on the other side. Left hand onto that right limb. Right hand to the hip, or again, maybe foot or earth. And gently beginning to release. Hands onto the thighs, tucking and rounding. We're coming through to a kneeling cat-like pose. And beginning to take the shoulders back over the hips. Taking a gentle little spiral. It won't be much movement. And eventually we're going to begin to come through to a tabletop position. So beginning to release the hands down. As we release the hands down, clarifying the foundation. We'll begin to take that tabletop position, taking a good wiggle squiggle. And we'll eventually come through to that neutral tabletop position. And we'll begin to take a cheeky cat, taking the gaze over that right shoulder. Letting the weight go into that left knee or shin. We'll casually begin to come back through our center. Then we'll take the gaze over the left and then shifting the weight over towards the right. And through center, we're going to begin to explore our tiger or bird dog pose, taking your left leg behind you, toe or ball of the foot. And we can stay right here. We take a gentle little rock. Otherwise, we walk that right hand forward. We can stay. Maybe we begin to balance, beginning to lift one or both limbs. Releasing that right hand back down towards the earth, releasing the left knee. We're going to take a threading of the needle. So shifting the weight to that left hand, right hand beginning to rise, and we'll begin to thread. So that right forearm underneath our chest, we can stay here, or maybe we begin to take that right hand towards the left. Left hand can stay near our gaze. Maybe we take the left hand forward, or maybe we bind. Beautiful. From here, we'll take that left hand back near our gaze, pressing the earth away, beginning to take that right arm up and then down. As we arrive here, clarifying the foundation, tucking the toes, we're going to lean back into a childlike pose, melting. Beginning to take the weight back into the hands. Untucking the toes, we'll begin to take that right leg behind us. We're coming into our tiger pose. So again, left hand might come forward. We can stay. Maybe we begin to float. Pressing into that right hand. Imagine the crown of the head coming forward. Releasing the left hand, right knee. We're going to begin to take that threading with the needle. So shifting the weight to that right side. Inhaling and lifting that left arm. Forearm, maybe the fingertips begin to go over towards the right. Again, right hand can stay near our gaze. Imagine you're leading with the elbow. Right hand might go up. Maybe we begin to bind. Excellent. Beginning to bring that right hand back near our gaze. Unthreading that left arm. And we'll begin to come back down. Clarifying the foundation, tucking the toes. We're leaning back into that child's pose, bowing. Beginning to bring the weight back into the hands. Untucking the toes, we'll begin to come back through to that kneeling position. As we arrive, we'll begin to take the arms up overhead. And then we'll begin to take that twist. So that left hand coming back onto that right side. As we take the twist this round, this right hand might come along the lower back. Maybe it goes over towards that left hip. We'll gently begin to release that right hand, crossing over, and we'll begin to lift. We're going to begin to give ourselves a hug, and we're going to begin to explore some eagle-like arms. So we might set maybe the elbows, maybe we bind, and we're going to begin to tuck and round. Leading with the elbows, we'll begin to lift, beginning to unfurl. As we unfurl, right hand coming onto that left limb. Again, maybe we begin to bind. We'll begin to take that left arm across towards that right side, lifting. Again, giving ourselves a hug, elbows as high as the heart. Maybe we explore your variation of eagle arms. Again, we can stay right here. We're beginning to tuck and round. And we'll begin to lift the elbows, unfurling, taking the hands onto the thighs. We'll take a little bit of a wiggle, squiggle. And eventually beginning to take the shoulders over the hips. We'll begin to take the hands here at the heart, bowing the head down to the hands in gratitude for investing in your well-being and your practice. And thank you for taking this very brief practice to enhance the health of your spine and your lower back. If you'd like to check out any of my other videos, check out the link in the description, and I'll see you again soon.